Okay, I am a little bit nervous to make this. Hi. I'm surrounded on the floor by my journals and my notes. I have so much to say and I feel very intimidated to put it into one quick video, but that's my goal, is to put this into one quick video. So here we go. I want to start by acknowledging that we are living in very strange times. Whether or not you're energy sensitive, things are stressful. We are seeing the rise of authoritarianism. We're seeing right-wing parties take hold. We are seeing oligarchy. We are seeing what feels like massive steps backwards in anything we've made progress in, frankly, whether it's women's liberation, the rights of LGBTQ plus individuals, whether it is civil rights for people of color, whether it is environmental rights and recognizing the importance of the natural environment, whether it is modern medicine. Like, all of these things are just being pulled back, not to mention issues of global cooperation, international exchange, international global trade, all of these things that maybe we have taken for granted. If you're born in the 70s, 80s, 90s, maybe you've taken them for granted, didn't expect them to disappear overnight, are suddenly threatened. And I want to set the stage that is where we're at. And you are not overreacting if this is stressing you out. So why am I focusing on this YouTube channel and changing it up? I've been on YouTube for a long time. I'm not the most consistent poster, but I will be going forward. And a lot of what I've talked about has been relating to the ecology of Earth, the sacred ecology of Earth, and often using things like tarot or deities as a way to connect to it, as a way to personify and understand our planet and each other. So that's what I do, sort of in a spiritual sense, okay? But I have a day job. And if you didn't know, I'm a product manager. I've also been a teacher and a marketer, a creative writer. I've published a few stories and poems. I've worked in fields like publishing, technology, education, the creator economy. I'm currently in business school. I'm also building an app. I volunteer. I serve on the board of directors of a nonprofit. And I've seen under the hood of new technologies like the AI features that you probably complain about. I've helped launch those features before, and I see how they work and what their limitations are. I say all this to say that my day job and all of that work that I've done, my progression into senior leadership, my involvement in startups and funding and big contracts and all that juicy stuff. I've had my sort of spiritual foundations with tarot, with sacred ecology, with the gods, to sort of guide me and provide me with a safe space to feel fully, in a sense, a place of trust, a place of radical self-acceptance, of discovering my own magic, of trying to pursue that and trying to enact change in the world, to try to be a good manager, to try to be ethical, to try to have good work-life balance for my team in a startup. What stresses me out is the following, and this is why I'm making my channel focused on this issue, is that I have seen how many people do not realize the power that they have as a co-creator of this reality. Okay? So I want you to think for a second. I want you to think about the jobs that you've had, how tedious a job search can be and how draining that energy is. All the time it goes into crafting a resume, to staying updated on LinkedIn, to get certifications, to go back to school, to pass exams, not to mention upskilling and professional growth and angling yourself for a promotion, dealing with office politics, and all of the layers of work that go into entrepreneurship or networking. All of these things take up a lot of your time and energy. And time and energy are the same ingredients that you need for things like magic, manifestation. And that's where I want to narrow in. I want to narrow in on your will and your power and how you can be a co-creator of the world that we need to build next. Because this one, things are shattering and falling apart very quickly right before our eyes. We are facing climate collapse. We're facing threats to democracy, threats to our rights, threats to our diversity, threats to our literature, our art, our histories, our ideas. I hope that you're familiar with some of the people that are behind these sort of oligarchic ideals of what's happening right now, like Peter Thiel, and the people who fund folks like Elon Musk, JD Vance, Donald Trump. There's people behind this. Their vision for the world is not like ours, okay? So we need to feel fully in our power for creating the world that we know is possible. We need to be starting better businesses. We need to be running better services. We need better ecosystems, better communities, and all of that is going to come from, first, a step of sustainability and respect, but then a step of regeneration. So with all of that said, what is this channel going to be about going forward? I have felt called for some time and I've kind of ignored it for a while because I didn't know if anyone would be interested, but now I don't really care. even if this content only finds a few hundred people, I think that those few hundred people can be change makers and help make this world a better place. So with all of that said, in the spirit of stating intentions, here are my intentions for the channel going forward. My intention with this channel is to explore the relationship between the things that we perceive as wild and personal and spiritual and internal with the external, with things that are tangible, to find harmony between your most wild, free, bold, and creative self with your professional persona, with your ambitious ideas, with your inspired pursuits, to empower you to use all the time, energy, and skills that you have to put them to work at work. I thought this would be a nice place to film because the light is kind of nice right here, but it is way too hot in this window, which is crazy because outside it's like freezing. So getting into like the more tactical, like real updates. What does all this mean? So I'm going to be posting a video every Monday. I'm going to actually keep a schedule. Oh my God, I've never done that before. So I'm going to be posting every Monday. I've already recorded tons of stuff and just haven't edited it yet. So I feel pretty confident that, every Monday I'm going to give you something that I hope feeds into this mission. Okay? I just want to kind of see where this goes. I want this to be a conversation. I want this to be a place where if you are struggling to figure out how to harmonize your stresses and your anxieties about life with what you can actually be doing in your 9-to-5, or if you want to create your own 9-to-5, what that would look like, I want this to be a place where you can ideate, be inspired, and get real actionable tools that you can take away. I hope you enjoy this journey, and if this is not for you, if this is not the vibe that you're looking for in your YouTube feed, feel free to unsubscribe. I know that I've made a lot of different videos in the past, and that might be why I'm here in the first place, but this is kind of what I'm going to be focusing on going forward. And if you'd like to see what that looks like, I hope that you stick around. I hope that I get your feedback. I'd be really excited to make this a conversation, to make this a two-way thing, and to build a community of people who want to be change makers, who want to use these tools in work, in business, for professional growth, for building that better world and those better systems, a more regenerative, healed world from all of the crap that we're going through right now. All right, I'm gonna get out of this hot window. I will see you on Monday, hopefully making your Mondays a little better.